Okay, so welcome to Oulton Park for round 2 of the Bemsee Championship with NW Racing. We have Zack Weston in the MRO600 class, qualified P2, and he's going really strong, hoping for good results. Moving up to the Formula 400 class, we have Luca Wilkinson, qualified P3, really getting to grips with his bike after the big crash at Brands Hatch. And finally we've got Hudson Cooper, who qualified P1, underneath the lap record. Jumping on the Ninja this year, we're all hoping for good results. Make sure you click the links in the descriptions, follow all the boys and the team on all the social media platforms. Thank you very much.
Right, so 3 riders with good results off of round 1.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts coming out of round 1 and coming into round 2?
My thoughts coming out of round 1 was how are we going to get Luca's bike back together, if I'm honest with you. We had mega results at round 1 with Hudson, a couple of wins, a couple of second places, really adapting well to the bike. Zack was desperate, it was his 16th birthday at Brands Hatch as well. We had to give dispensation for the first race. And he was desperate for a podium and we got that, so I was really happy with those two. Massively happy with Luca as well, adapting to an even bigger bike than he's ever been on before. But yeah, really, just how are we going to get here with all 3 bikes, because one of them was very, very bent.
Was there any other riders or any other teams that were on your tail all the way through round 1 that you're looking again are looking like they're going to be challenging at Oulton today as well?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, in Hudson's class in the Ninjas, Henry McCartney, quality rider, done a lot of riding in Spain and in England, won a lot of races on the mini bikes, and he will always be with Hudson. I think there was like 0.06 separating them in one of the races. In Zack's class, the MRO600s, I think there's like a group of 6 or 7 riders all battling for the podium. So yeah, Joey Landon and like this weekend we've got Nathan Harrison, the TT rider, on the factory Honda CBR 600. So he's put it in pole. Zack's just behind him by I think a 10th. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. In Luca's class, you've got some BSB riders come back: Craig Dance, David Lindemann, Ollie Sims, who Luca battled with last year. They're all top quality riders. So none of them are ever going to run away with it. This is why the racing's so good here.
Cool. What's going to be the most important thing for all 3 of your riders to think about at this circuit specifically?
It's a very physical circuit. We've done a lot of track walks and have made a lot of notes, obviously, in their clipboards and stuff like that. It's just piecing it all together. There's lots of visual markers around this track, so if you can put together, you know, point A, point B, point C, point D, you'll have a clean lap, and it'll be very difficult if you can put all them together for riders to come past you, just because it's so technical. So they're going to have to go offline, or they're going to have to push themselves, braking or throttle, etc., to get past. So it's just hitting your markers, being consistent, and being aggressive when you need to.
What's the last thing you're going to tell all 3 of your riders before they go out for their first races today?
Don't crash. No. Just be aggressive. We work so much on mental capacity. Not thinking about stuff that you can't control. So all you need to be thinking about when you go out on that race is what you can do. And if I will say to all my riders, if you can come in and you can honestly say to me, I've tried my hardest, and you finish last, and if you left nothing else out there, then I'm happy. So all they've got to do is be true to themselves, go out there, do what they can do, and the results will come. With the setup, we've gone quite as big as we can this year, but none of that's really possible without all our sponsors. So obviously you can see the boards in the background with all our sponsors on. Speedy Freight, massive sponsor of ours, obviously a big national company, so we're massively privileged to have them on board. All our product sponsors, I think the boys mentioned them in their interviews as well. So yeah, without everybody that helped us along, especially, I do actually want to give a bit of a shout out this weekend to Matt Wren at TBR, because obviously Luca's bike was in a big crash at Brands Hatch, got the forks back and they weren't quite put together 100% right, which is not anybody's fault. It didn't go to a suspension specialist, it went to a frame straighteners, and he sorted it all out for us literally yesterday before practice. So yeah, lunchtime he fixed them as well. So yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Matt as well.
Cool.
My name's Hudson Cooper. We're at Oulton Park for round 2 of the Team Green Ninja Cup. We've done qualifying, come first. I think I've got a lead of 1.2 seconds in quali, so not too bad. But yeah, we're about to enter the race. We've got about half an hour away and then we're straight into the race. I'm going to try break away on the first couple of laps and hold a steady lead. Think about obviously getting a good start. I'm good at starting on these bikes at Brands. I've got all my starts, I got the whole shot. So hopefully trying to get in front, trying to defend. If you break away in the first couple of laps, it obviously helps with the rest of the race. Just keeping calm and collected on the build up to the race as well. Obviously it's a new track, so I've had to learn a completely new track. I think the track really suits me, it's nice and open and flowing. But yeah, I've really enjoyed riding here. But yeah, first time at Brands as well, and also here, so yeah, it's been good so far.
Here we are at Oulton Park and I'm racing the Formula 400 at the Bemsee Championship. I qualified P8 on the grid and then P3 in class, and hopefully the race will go really well. Had a bit of a crash last time out at round 1 at Brands Hatch in my last race. I went into turn 3 and my front just tucked. So we've had a bit of a mission to rebuild the bikes, but we're out here at Oulton Park with the bike all fixed up and ready to go for the first race. My favourite corner at this track at Oulton Park is probably the last corner where you come out, run it wide and the track dips and then you go up the hill and onto the start line. I'm hoping I can get a good start off the line, and if I go to the inside, just to see if I can dive bomb as many people as possible. But if not, go around the outside and just let the brakes off and tip in a little bit later and try just ride around the outside as many people as possible. Well, it'd be lovely to try and bring it home first in class, and if not, just a podium would be wicked. Just excited to be here, happy to be here, and the weather's lovely. And I'd like to thank all my sponsors like DP Brakes, Speedy Freight, FX Mortgages, and my dad, and my mum, and one of our great Met friends, Sharon.
I'm Zack, Weston, and we're here at round 2 for Bemsee at Oulton Park. Yesterday was a good practice day, got the bike set up really well, and I was able to qualify P2 in the grid for the race 1. I had a good round 1, did way better than I thought I would, so I felt strong going into this round, and now being qualified on the front row, feel good for race 1. We've different machinery is a bit hard with the different speeds of the bikes out there, but being at the front will be difficult, but I'll get stuck in and try and stay there. Just thank you to all the sponsors for the team and all the Club 35 members.
Wow, what a day for NW Racing. All of our guys got on the podium. Hudson kicked it off with a P1, dominated the first couple of laps, putting nearly sort of 0.6 into second place, but then it became a real big battle, and it was a battle all the way till literally the last lap where he managed to take the win. Absolutely fantastic for Hudson. Luca got out there, done his pace, got put a little wide in turn 1 by one of the faster guys coming through. But ended up P3 in class, smashed his lap time from earlier in qualifying, so yeah, really proud of him. So we've got a P1 for Hudson, P3 for Luca, and then Zack bringing up the last race of the day, MRO600s, qualified second as we know, got the whole shot and yeah, led for I think for the first 3 or 4 laps. Him and Nathan Harrison, TT rider, factory Honda rider as well. They left like put 3 second gap into third place. Nathan did get past him, but he brought it home in P2. So 3 podiums, 3 riders, 3 races. What a day!
So I had my race 1 today, this afternoon, I think it was like 1 o'clock. So we got held in the pits for an extra probably like 5-7 minutes. Pulled up onto the grids, did the warm-up lap, came to the grids, but because we've been sat there and the bikes were very hot, didn't get the best start ever, still got into first. Held the lead, me and Henry were flip-flopping all the way through the race. And then onto the final lap, I was in front of Henry, come up, approached some traffic, I got through the traffic, Henry got held back a little bit, and then took over the line. I think I had a 1.2 second gap or something like that. But yeah, that's my first win at this track. I'm going to get a first place hat tonight, so looking forward to that, and yeah, it was a good clean race.
Had a good start, good race 1 for the weekend. Went out race 1 and got a good start off the line. Gained a few positions, but then struggled to get around a couple of people that I think I could have managed to get round of. But good start to the race. Did a couple of laps in, and someone faster than me that had ran wide earlier on went at the inside, and I ran a little bit wide and I dropped a couple of positions, but I just carried on trying to push on as hard as I can to try and catch people ahead. Earlier on in the race I forgot to open my visor helmet vents, and my helmet was like incredibly hot, so I was struggling with that, and I was just finding it quite hard for the last stages of the race, just from like with 2-3 laps left. I was just struggling and I dropped pace quite a bit, but 3rd in class, and I'm pretty happy with it.
I had a good race 1 here at Oulton. I got the whole shot and I was able to keep the guys behind me for a few laps. Well, the TT rider come past me, which wasn't surprising, but I managed to stick with him for as long as I could. But he just started pulling away, and I managed to get down to a 42.4 or whatever. But yeah, it's a good race, P2 in the first race, so I'll be up on the podium for the presentation.
I came home in 4th and Greg got the 3rd place podium, which was annoying, but that's okay. I bring home in 4th place and I'm happy with it. Went out for race 2, got another good start, got into 7th and second in class, and just tried to push on from there. I got passed by the third in place in my class, which put me down to 3rd. But then I tried to keep up with him, but then halfway through the race I hit a false neutral, which lost me about 5 seconds. But I got back on pace and started battling with Greg Marshall for 3rd place again, and went on the inside into the last corner on the last lap, and I just managed to get the undercut and get the drive to the line, bringing it home in 3rd place podium.
So since we spoke warm up this morning, I had my race 1, so went out, I started 2nd, got a decent start, I got into 2nd, stuck behind Henry, and then it got to like the 3rd or 4th lap, coming into the 2nd chicane, I got a false neutral and run on into the runoff area, and as I was pulling onto the track, changed gear, rear wheels locked up, and I've pulled onto the track and I've collided with another rider. Everyone's okay. I wish all my regards to the other riders. Izzy, everyone's okay. But yeah, got back into race 3. Started in 21st position on the grid because of the restart. My lap didn't count, so started 21st. Got a good start up into probably like 11th to 12th. I took 17 positions on the first lap, slowly working my way through the pack, got up into 2nd, and I was having a battle with first position Henry, and then it got to the second to last lap, and I was eyeing him up coming over the start finish, and I was saying I'm going to get him on the last lap, and he got to the last lap halfway around, and he got red flagged, but 2nd place, not too bad to say I started from 21st. But yeah, really happy with the result and finishing on a high.
I'm excited to going back to 4 races over the weekend instead of 3, and I'm excited to try out the ZX4R at Snetterton.
For me, it's another new track for me, so I'm excited to learn it. I've heard that it's a very technical but also open track. So excited to ride it on the Ninja and see how we go there.
I'd like to thank my mum and my dad and all the sponsors that have supported us, and my coach Nick for helping me through the weekend and pushing my limits. So huge thank you to Nick and my dad, and all my sponsors for all the support and help.
For me, just like general, my mum and dad, NWR, all my sponsors, Riders of Us, it's been amazing support from all of them to get me here. And yeah, hopefully we've come in with a positive end to the weekend. But yeah, massive thanks to all my sponsors, and thanks for Riders of Us for coming down and supporting.
We just finished racing here at Oulton Park, around to Bemsee. Race 1 went quite well. Started off strong, but I just suffered towards the end with rear grip. The tyre just dropped off, and lap times went down and down. I managed to get it to the end, but I just lost 2nd place on the last lap, but I still brought it home in P3. Race 3 that's just gone. Put a new rear tyre in, so I had loads of grip, and I had a good battle all the way to the end. And I was so close to getting for my first win, by like 0.03, so we're happy with how it all went. 3 medals, so couldn't ask for a better weekend. Snetterton, in a couple of weeks, I like turn 4, Agostini's. I've always liked it, and hopefully I can get my first win there, because I've always gone well there. I want to say thank you to all my sponsors, my family, Club 35. It wouldn't be possible without any of you.